Of course, winning Birmingham last week was a very proud moment in my career, and it does give me a lot of confidence, and it's left me with good feelings on court, but I am aware.
Alex Eala never allowed disappointment to define her. After her early exit at Roland Garros, she didn't spend time dwelling on what went wrong or questioning her abilities. Instead, she immediately shifted her focus to the next challenge. She boarded a plane to Birmingham, stepped onto the grass courts with determination, and set out to prove that setbacks are merely stepping stones toward greater achievements. What followed reminded the tennis world exactly why the young Filipina has become one of the most exciting rising stars in the sport. Arriving at the Birmingham Open as the tournament's top seed, Eala carried both expectation and opportunity on her shoulders. From the very first match, she looked every bit like the player to beat. Her opening rounds were displays of complete control and confidence. She dispatched Priscilla Hahn in straight sets, followed that with another commanding victory over Elena Kariva, and then cruised past Maninkaya Sawanki without ever appearing under serious pressure. 3 matches, 3 straight-set victories, and not a single sign of vulnerability. It was the kind of form that sends a warning to every player in the draw. Yet tennis has a way of testing players when everything seems to be going perfectly. The semifinals presented Eala with a much tougher challenge against Rebecca Mazurova. For the first time all week, she found herself in a genuine battle. Eala started brilliantly, taking the opening set 6-2 and appearing completely in command of the match. Her ground strokes were crisp, her movement was exceptional, and she looked poised to book her place in the final with minimal drama. But Mazurova had other ideas. The Swiss-Spanish star raised her level dramatically, began finding her range, and turned the match into a contest. The second set slipped away from Eala 4-6, and suddenly the pressure intensified. Many players would have tightened under those circumstances. Carrying the expectations of being the tournament favorite while seeing a once comfortable lead disappear can create doubt. Eala, however, showed the maturity that has become one of her defining qualities. Rather than allowing frustration to creep in, she reset mentally and produced some of her best tennis of the week. In the deciding set, she played with clarity, confidence, and aggression, winning 6-3 to secure her place in the championship match. It was a performance that demonstrated not only her talent but also her growing ability to handle adversity. The final brought an entirely different challenge. Across the net stood Nikola Bardunkova, a fearless young opponent who entered the match with nothing to lose and everything to gain. Bardunkova played with freedom and confidence, pushing Eala harder than anyone else had throughout the tournament. The opening set was fiercely contested, with both players trading momentum in a high-quality battle. Eventually, it was Bardunkova who edged ahead, claiming the set 7-5 and handing Eala a situation she had not faced all week. For the first time during the tournament, Eala found herself trailing. She had been broken. She had been forced onto the defensive. She was staring at the possibility of seeing the title slip away. At that moment, many players begin thinking about the consequences of defeat. They become cautious. They start playing not to lose rather than playing to win. Eala chose a different path. The second set became a statement of intent. She elevated her level, played with remarkable composure, and gradually began shifting the momentum in her favor. Every point carried greater intensity. Every game felt crucial. Yet Eala remained calm, focused, and relentless. Her efforts were rewarded with a 6-3 set victory that brought the match back to level terms and completely changed the atmosphere on court. Then came the deciding set, the ultimate test of physical endurance and mental resilience. Neither player was willing to back down. The rallies became longer. The tension grew heavier. Every point felt significant. The championship hung in the balance as both competitors pushed themselves to their limits. The match evolved into a showcase of determination, courage, and competitive spirit. As the final set reached its decisive moments, Eala found another gear. She continued fighting for every ball, refusing to surrender even the smallest advantage. The battle remained close until the very end, but when the dust settled, it was Eala who emerged victorious with a hard-fought 7-5 triumph in the final set. After more than 2 hours of intense competition, she had done it. She collapsed to her knees on the grass, overwhelmed by emotion and relief. The victory secured her second WTA 125 title and represented one of the most meaningful achievements of her young career. While she had already captured a WTA 125 trophy in Guadalajara, this championship felt different. Winning on grass, one of the most challenging surfaces in tennis, required a unique set of skills and an entirely different mindset. It demanded adaptability, confidence, and the ability to perform under pressure. More importantly, it showed that Eala's game was continuing to evolve. This was more than a title, it was a statement to the rest of the tennis world that she was ready for bigger stages and tougher challenges. The reaction from fellow players made it clear that her peers had been paying attention. After celebrating the victory on social media, Eala posted a photo accompanied by a playful caption reflecting her long pursuit of success on grass. Fans immediately embraced the moment, and the comments section quickly filled with admiration from some of the biggest names in the sport. German star Eva Liss offered one of the most memorable reactions, joking that she hoped to be like Eala when she grew up. It was a light-hearted comment, but it spoke volumes about the respect Eala had earned within the locker room. Fellow rising star Iva Jovic joined the celebration with a playful remark suggesting that everyone was simply living in Alex Eala's world. The comment captured the growing sense that Eala's moment had truly arrived. The praise did not stop there. Reigning U.S. Open champion Coco Gauff responded with fire emojis, a simple but powerful sign of approval from one of the sport's biggest stars. Grand Slam champion Bianca Andreescu also added her congratulations, recognizing the significance of the achievement. Together, the reactions painted a clear picture. Eala was earning admiration not only from fans but also from the very players she hopes to compete against regularly at the highest level. Despite all the praise, Eala remained grounded. When she spoke after lifting the trophy, her comments reflected the humility and perspective that have become hallmarks of her character. She expressed gratitude for the victory but made it clear that she viewed the championship as one step in a much larger journey. She acknowledged the significance of the accomplishment while emphasizing that there was still much more she hoped to achieve. Her words revealed a mindset that may be her greatest strength. There was no arrogance, no sense of having arrived. Instead, there was hunger. A desire to keep improving. A determination to continue pushing herself toward new heights. That mentality, perhaps even more than her powerful ground strokes or athletic movement, is what makes Alex Eala such a dangerous competitor. The title provided confidence, validation, and momentum, but it did not satisfy her ambitions. She understands that the WTA 125 level is only one step on the path toward the elite tier of women's tennis. Her ultimate goal remains breaking through on the main tour and competing consistently for the sport's biggest titles. The next challenge arrived almost immediately. With her confidence soaring, Eala turned her attention to the prestigious Queen's Club Championships, a WTA 500 event featuring a significantly stronger field. There, she would open her campaign against Shuai Zhang, a matchup that represented a substantial increase in difficulty. Yet if her Birmingham run proved anything, it proved that Eala does not fear difficult tests. She embraces them. Every challenge is another opportunity to learn, improve, and demonstrate her potential. The event also featured familiar names, including Iva Jovic, ensuring that the next chapter of this new generation's rivalry would continue to develop. Across Europe, many of tennis's biggest stars were preparing for their own grass-court campaigns. Coco Gauff headed to Berlin alongside an elite group that included Aryna Sabalenka, Elena Rybakina, Jessica Pegula, and Amanda Anisimova. Meanwhile, other players experienced mixed results as they adjusted to the unique demands of grass-court tennis. For Alex Eala, however, Birmingham had already provided exactly what she needed. It gave her a championship. It gave her confidence. It reminded her, and everyone watching, that she belongs among the sport's brightest young talents. Most importantly, it reinforced the belief that her biggest achievements may still lie ahead. Eala herself has acknowledged that she is not yet among the sport's all-time greats. But what makes her story so compelling is that she understands exactly how much work remains. She celebrates victories without becoming satisfied. She learns from defeats without becoming discouraged. And she continues moving forward with the same determination that first carried her onto the professional stage. The grass court season may have provided her with a breakthrough moment, but it also offered something even more valuable, proof that she is capable of competing at a level that demands attention. The trophy was not the destination. It was another milestone along the way. And if her performances are any indication, the most exciting chapters of Alex Eala's journey have yet to be written. Now listen, before you click away, I need your attention for just a moment. If this story surprised you, inspired you, or taught you something new, take a second to hit that like button. It may seem small, but it helps videos like this reach more tennis fans who deserve to hear these stories. And don't be shy, head down to the comments and tell me what you think. I genuinely enjoy reading your opinions, predictions, and reactions, and some of the best discussions happen right there. If you're not already subscribed to Court Vision Media, you're missing out on some of the most compelling stories in the sport. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you're always the first to know when a new video drops. We go beyond the headlines to bring you the matches, the rivalries, the controversies, and the unforgettable moments that shape the tennis world. Thank you for watching all the way through. Your support means more than you know. Stay tuned, because the next big tennis story is always just around the corner, and you won't want to miss it.
Maraming salamat mga kababayan sa mga bati ko sa birthday ko ngayon at sana subaybayan niyo yung mga laro ko dito sa French Open. Yeah.